Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching from. Um, we started a series, say 3 weeks ago, on Love's Not Blind. Okay, so today we're going to be starting part 3, Love is Not Blind. Love is Not Blind, or part 3, Choosing with Wisdom, Not Just Feelings. That's choosing with wisdom, not just feelings. So that's what we're talking about today, choosing with wisdom, not just feelings. Okay, so love is both feelings and a decision guided by wisdom. It's both feeling and decision guided by wisdom. So it means that you don't just decide or go into um, love relationship without applying wisdom. So it's not just about, it's both feeling and a decision guided by wisdom. So love should be guided by wisdom. Before you make a decision, it should be guided by wisdom. In Proverbs 4 verse 7, it says, wisdom is what? The principal thing. Okay? The principal, therefore get wisdom. Get wisdom. With all thy getting, get understanding. So it's not enough to say that I've gotten wisdom, but do I understand it? So in all thy getting, get understanding. Okay, get understanding. So wisdom should lead every important decision. Every important decision one is taking, it should be guided, it should be led by wisdom. It should be led by wisdom. Okay, so wisdom should lead every important decision, especially when it has to do with love, when it has to do with partner, when it has to do with future partner. I'm getting married to this person. It should be guided by wisdom, not just how I feel about this person, how this person makes me feel. Okay, so that's it. um Let me ask you this question. Have you ever made a decision based on only emotions? Have you ever made a decision based on only emotions or only mere feelings? How did it end? How did that decision end, or how did it turn out? Was it good? Was it worthwhile? Was it worth it? Or was it something you regret? So it's something take we should look into. Okay, so love involves emotion. Yes, of course it involves emotion, but must be what's rooted in wisdom. It must be rooted in wise decision making. It must be rooted in clarity. Okay, so let me just bring out some points. Number one that I want to talk about is building love on solid foundation. Building love on solid foundation. Okay, feelings are flexible. Okay, one can, you can say you care so much about this person, you love this person, the other minute there's already something, but strong relationship are built on solid foundation. Strong relationship are built on strong foundation. If you build your relationship on strong foundation, it's going to be worthwhile. It's going to become a healthy relationship. Okay, but when you build it on a shallow foundation, then it cracks before you know it goes down. So we're going to be focusing on communication now. This building love on solid foundation, it's focused on communication, character, and purpose. It's focused on what? Communication, character, and purpose. For example, let's look at this scenario. Let's look at this example. Okay, what feeling is? Feelings are like the paints or the decoration. Let's use house as a scenario, like a building, a construction, a building they want to, move to the roofing top or to the roofing level. Now feelings are like the painting, the paint, the different kind of paint you want to use, different design of paint, you want to use all the decoration, the interior decor, the outside decor, the compound decoration, you know, that's what feeling is. But communication, character, and purpose, okay, communication, character, and purpose are the concrete. They are the concrete foundation. They are what we hold that relationship firm. They are what will make it worthwhile. They are what will make it enjoyable. Or mere feeling, which is just the starting point, which is just the painting, the design, okay, this decoration and all that, that's feelings. But the foundation has to be built on a solid rock, and that's been solid rock, and communication, character, and purpose are the concrete foundation. So you don't just say, okay, this is how I feel for him, okay, whenever the call comes, the way my heart pants. It's not enough to have a solid relationship. Okay, let's talk about communication, for example. So without healthy communication, love cannot grow, love cannot survive, it cannot strive. Without solid foundation, like, it cannot grow, it cannot progress, okay, it cannot progress. So it's very important that we communicate effectively. Another communication, we have active listening. Now, it's not enough to say, okay, I've spoken to this person, or I want to talk to this person. Are you an active listener? Do you pay attention when somebody is talking? Not just hearing, but understanding and how do I put it? Reflecting, okay? Reflecting on what the person has said, or what you understand it well. You can even say something like, did I hear you say this, to get clarity, or did you mean this, or could you please um, uh, uh, um, explain this aspect. I want to be sure of what you said. Okay, good communication. Then another thing under communication is honesty. Now, avoid passive aggression. Do not be too aggressive because you want to talk, or because you feel the person has offended you or hurt you in a way you do not like. Okay, avoid that aggressive, that passive aggression, okay, or trying to want to please people. But love should be built on trust. It should be on trust. Do not try to please people. When it's necessary for you to speak, you speak. This person is doing this, that it's not acceptable, speak up, okay, as it's not acceptable, if you speak up. Then under that communication, conflict resolution, how do we resolve our conflict? How do we handle our conflict? Okay, some persons just want to sweep the issues under the carpet. They don't want to talk about it. When you tell them, you know, when you let them know that you want to talk about something, they just are not ready. Okay, they are not ready. It's very important that you pay attention to communication. Someone wants to discuss with you, pay attention to communication. Okay, that's it. So instead of you using a phrase, for example, you never pay attention when I talk, maybe we should try and use I feel unheard. Okay, I feel unheard when I try to speak or express my thoughts. I feel unheard. So, well, that could help. The another thing we're going to be looking at, let's look at these two scenario. These two scenario. Poor communication. Poor communication. One person ignores the other, interrupts the other when the other is trying to communicate, when the other person is trying to say something, there's an interruption, okay, or uses sarcasm to say some things or to express themselves, okay. But the good communication is active listening, empathy, okay, and mutual respect. So what made each of these example, or this example that I've cited, what make it effective or destructive? Discover that one, the communication is bad in the sense that the other partner is ignored, is interrupted whenever he or she wants to speak, then there's sarcasm in the background. Why the good communication, you have good, how do I put it, um, um, mutual respect, empathy, show of love. Okay, so that's it. Then B, character. You know, we talked about communication. Now, character keeps the relationship stable. Character keeps the relationship stable, no matter how we try to want to paint it. It's not all about how this person, it depends on how I feel towards this person. There's something about character. It keeps the relationship stable when emotions tend to fluctuate. Because there are times emotion wants to fluctuate. So character keeps the relationship stable. Let's turn our Bible. I want to read Galatians 5 verse 22 to 23. Let's read it. I think that part it's going to help us. Galatians 5 verse 22 to 23. What did he say? He said, "But the fruit of the Spirit is love." Okay, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith. Then 23 says meekness, temperament. Against such there is no law. So you can see how important character is, how character should how it's being represented in terms of saying you love someone. Okay, now character versus charisma. Charisma may attract, may appear very sweet, may appear very welcoming, okay, may attract quickly, okay, may be funny, may be stylish, may be confident, may have um, um, this acceptance spirit, okay. Charisma might just have those attributes, but character on the other hand sustains. It makes that relationship worthwhile, it makes it more valuable. So when the other person is doing things he or she are not through, with your good attitude, with the meekness, with the forbearance, with the peace, you're able to contain that person, you're able to resolve the issues. Okay, but when the person lacks character, you're unable to communicate effectively, you're unable to handle it becomes difficult for you to handle conflicts, it becomes very difficult for you to handle certain things. So the question is, would you rather marry someone that is very funny, someone that is exciting, someone that makes you laugh, but lacks discipline, but lacks character, but lacks that self-respect? Okay, you might be funny, you might have that's funny, you might even appear very caring and all that. Do you rather marry such a person, but the person lacks the discipline, the person lacks character, than you marrying somebody that is maybe more quiet, more reserved, but deeply faithful? Reflect on it. Which would you have preferred, or which of this character do you prefer? Is it this person that is very funny, always around you, gives you gifts and all that, but lacks character, lacks discipline? Or the person that is a bit quiet, probably reserved, but deeply faithful? Okay, deeply faithful to the core. Who do you rather marry? Well, that's left to you. Think about it. Okay, think about it. So what kind of character do I need in a spouse? You need to reflect on it. What kind of character do I need in a spouse? What do I really want in a spouse? What kind of characters? And if you're saying this is what you want, what's how do I put it? Which fruit of the spirit am I growing in? This is what you want. What do you have? Or which fruit of the spirit are you growing in? You need to ask yourself this question. Then C is purpose. Purpose. We talked about character, communication, then now we're talking about purpose. Okay, a shared sense of calling or direction unites a couple. That sense of calling, two of us, we are calling our close. We believe the same thing. Our religion is on the same level, or we Christian. I'm a Christian. Um, you're calling, this is what God calls you into, this is what God calls this person into, and it could blend. Okay, it could comfortably or conveniently blend. So you have to look at those things. So a shared sense of calling or direction brings couple together, unites them, because they're going to be working together. Okay, but purpose includes your faith journey as an individual, life journey, career goals, family desires, then value. So chemistry strong chemistry cannot fix clashing life of when there's a clash in direction. There's no way that chemistry, that fire you feel, it's going to fix it. It's not going to fix it. Amos 3:3 says, can two work together except they be agreed? Except they agree on certain things. Is it possible to work together? Is it really possible? So it's something one should really look at. Okay, then I'll just go straight to number 2, the role of accountability and counsel. The role of accountability and counsel. Wise people seek inputs from trusted people, from trusted source before going into anything, or before making any big life decision or making any life any decision. Okay, wise people, can hear that word, wise people. Wise people seek input, they seek counsel, they seek advice from trusted source before making any big life decision. Before making any decision, they seek counsel. Okay, they seek counsel. So in Proverbs 11 verse 14, I think, he said, where there is no guidance, a people falls, but in abundance of what? Of counselors, there is safety. He said, where there is what? No guidance, a people falls. They tend to fail. They tend to fail. But in abundance of counselors, there is safety. When this person has told you this person has told you this is the direction, this person has told you, there is safety. There is safety. Do we understand? There is safety. There is safety. So protection and wisdom comes through counsel, not isolation. Okay, when you go for counsel, you meet people who can help you pull through, can help you make certain decisions, help you see things the way you are not seeing. It protects. It's protection. Okay, that's protection and wisdom. It comes through counsel, not isolation. Not when you isolate yourself. You don't want to see this person. You don't want to talk to this person. You don't want to do this. And most times why people run away from those that are supposed to guide them because of what they are involved in. Because they know that those people that are supposed to counsel or guide them are going to open their eyes to see some things they are not seeing. And because they are so carried away by emotions, they are so blinded in love, okay, because of that emotional attachment, they tend to want to run away from those that are supposed to or ought to counsel or guide them. Okay, that's it. So the question is, who should I listen to? Who should I listen to? Who should I listen to? Who should I listen to as an individual? Now, not every voice should have equal weight. It's not everyone that appears to be elderly that should counsel you. So that has to still do with having wisdom, understanding what you're doing, understanding what you want, understanding what you should do. You understand? So it's not everyone that should have every voice that should have equal weight. Okay, so who should I listen to? Number one, mentors. Now these are people with more life experience. They have life experiences and spiritual maturity. So those are the kind of people you seek counsel from. That person you look up to, that person you admire, that person you know. Some people will tell you, how do I know who to meet? You know. Most times we just choose to do certain things. We don't even want to discuss it because we know there are some things we are involved in that the person will be against. So we tend to run away. We tend to run away. So these mentors, they often guide that, how do I put it? They guide you. They guide you both in knowledge, what they know, and their perception. Their perception about someone, their perception, what they think about someone, how they see it, they're able to perceive. Then number two, who you should listen to is parents. Of course, at times our parents might be they might want to judge based on experience or what they think, okay, and we don't want it. But the truth is, no parent wish evil for their children. So if healthy and trustworthy, if your parents are healthy and trustworthy, they're in Christ, they're in line with, you guys are cool, you have one belief, you're okay, if healthy and trustworthy, they know your upbringing, they know your character, they know they know if you can cope. Okay, they understand you, that they know that family pattern, even if imperfect. Okay, their insights can help you spot blind spots. Their insights, listening to this, their insights can help you spot how do I put it, blind spots, those spots that you're unable to spot because your emotions are clouded your judgment. So they are able to spot out those areas that you're ignoring, areas you're ignoring. Number three set of people you should listen to: your pastor, your spiritual leaders. Now they help you align your relationship. They help you align your decision with God's word and calling. They bring to your consciousness, this is what the Bible says. So when you're erring, when you're missing it, when you're doing what you ought not to do, they bring you back to your consciousness. This is what you should do. This is how you should do it. This is how you should go about it. So pastors and spiritual leaders, they help you align your relationship, your decision with God's word and calling. So they are trained to order, how do I put how do I put it? So other biblical, they tend to guide you. They understand this biblical wisdom and spiritual discernment. They are trained in it, so they are able to guide you. They are able to direct you. They are able to discern. Is this person okay? Is this person worthwhile? Is this person go to go? At times they're able to spot a lot of flags, red flags that you are blinded towards, that you choose not to see. So that's it. Then how do I perceive feedback? Humbling yourself. How do I perceive feedback? It's not enough to say, oh, I've gone to seek counsel or somebody told me this, but wisdom is not just in hearing. Counsel, it's in, see, it's how do you respond. How do you respond? Now, do not be defensive. Be open. Be open. I tell people, especially you're going to God. You want God to direct you on the spouse. You want to tell your spiritual father, sir, I want to. This is what I'm into. This is what it is. You want somebody to tell you, but you're trying not to be open. You're trying to cover something. Be open. Do not be defensive. Do not despise the correction. Do not neglect the correction. Recognize that loving corrections is protection, not punishment. It's to protect you, not to punish you. Not to see that you're down, but to protect you at every given time. Then ask for clarifying question. What are you saying that I might be missing? Please, what are you saying about it that I might be missing? It's possible I don't understand, or it's possible I'm not saying the obvious. Pray before reaching. You should pray prayerfully making decision. Emotion can crowd your judgment. Emotion can crowd one's judgment. So pray for discernment. After receiving, you know what next to do. You should pray for discernment. Do not just make decision. Oh, I want to get married. It has to be now. Everybody is getting married. I want to get married. I want to settle down. There's pressure here and there. You want to just settle down. You want to just get married. Okay. Now, Proverbs 12 verse 15, it says, the way of a fool is right in his own eyes. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes. Okay, but a wise man listens to advice. Those that have ears, let them hear. But a wise man listens to advice. You're not you can't do it alone. Okay. Then number 3 is red flags others may see that you may miss. Okay, red flags that others are saying that you may miss. You might not really see it because emotions has crowded your judgment or clouded your judgment. You can't really see certain negative things happening around you. Okay, so red flags others may see that you may miss. Now, emotions can blind. Do you know that? Emotions can blind. So wise counsel, okay? Wise counselors, they often they're seeing these warning signs. Counselors sees these warning signs. Your pastors, your spiritual authorities, they tend to see these warning signs that you are not seeing. Okay, they tend to see these warning signs, but you are obviously not seeing it because emotions has blinded you. Now, these your spiritual leaders, your pastors, they might just see that this person is very manipulating. They are seeing that manipulative attitude. They are saying it's controlling that behavior. They are seeing the inconsistency in character. They are seeing the inconsistency in how he tries to avoid discussion. He plays nice outside and gets harsh inside. They are seeing these things. They want to tell you. They are telling you, but you are avoiding it. Then they tend to avoid. They have this avoidance of accountability. They don't want anybody to be accountable for the relationship. Anybody to do a follow up or check on them or see how they can help the relationship. They are not interested. They just feel I know what I'm doing. I know it all, and that's cool with me. Spiritual mismatches, these are mentors, these are pastors, preachers, these are spiritual leaders. They see all these spiritual mismatches. They see it all. They see all this difference in value, difference in beliefs. They see these things, but we are just bent on this is what I want. This is what I want. They see this unhealed past of this your partner. This person is still stuck in the past. They see it. Unhealed past trauma, okay, that is influencing the current relationship you're into, is influencing it. They are saying it and they are telling you, but because you are blinded, because you are blinded, read this scenario. I have this more scenario now. Now, a person is dating someone very charming, but mentors pinpoint that the person avoids church, resists deep conversation. He doesn't want to have deep conversation with who you call your mentor or your spiritual father, your spouse, your partner tends to avoid that communication, that conversation, and shows signs of manipulation. The person in love brushes it off, brushes it off only to face the headache later. You are the one that will face it alone. No one is going to face it with you. So question, has someone ever warned you about something you did not see? Has someone ever warned you about certain things that you did not see? Maybe it could be in a relationship, certain attitude, character, attribute. You're not seeing it, but people who had warned you or someone had warned you about it. You have to reflect on it. You have to rethink on it and do the needful. Do the right thing. Know what to do. Okay? Now, in conclusion, God speaks through community. He speaks through community, not just our feelings, not just one person. You can use anyone to reach out to you. You can use even a baby to tell you something, to pass on information to you. So accountability is not about control. It's about covering. It's about covering. It's not about control. You can't say because you have this person is that is trying to help the relationship, do a follow up, assist you, but it's covering. It's covering. So who are your counselor? Who are your counselors right now? Who are you listening to? Who is speaking to you? Are you listening to them or have you chosen to ignore them? Have you chosen to ignore them? It's something that is really alarming. You see young people, they are just adamant. This is what I want. This is what I want. Then tomorrow we'll start having prayer points here and there. So that's it. We're going to end for today. But please do where to share this video. Do where to share, like and comment. Okay, it will help us to always it will help us to always um it will encourage us. Okay, and with your share, with your likes and comments, you never can tell who is in need of this information. Okay, and this platform will bring to you amazing tips, teaching on how to grow a healthy relationship, or how to build a healthy relationship, how to find a healthy relationship, not just go into anything. Okay, so that brings us to the end of today's session. Please do where to comment, share, like, and God bless you. Okay.